to finish up my story from the last two parts. If you haven't seen the last part, 13 and 14, go watch 13 and go watch 14. And then you'll get this whole story, because I don't just go back to part 13 if you haven't seen it. Just watch that, and then go watch part 14 for the rest of the story, and then watch this part for the rest of the story. Because I know that I'm gonna finish the story in this part. Anyways, as I was saying in the last part, that I got cut off because I didn't realize the video was about to end. I didn't get myself caught up in really hard drugs, because I got caught up in drugs. If you're still watching the video, I did learn a lesson. I only did it for like a month. My grades dropped tremendously, but I didn't get caught up in big drugs like meth and coke and ecstasy and all that. I smoked marijuana and I drank alcohol, and it's not a good idea. Like,
watch out for me.
it's just not. Cause you may think that you have things under control, but you really don't. You're like, anybody might be listening, they might smoke marijuana, drink alcohol, they're like, it's underage, and they'll say, oh no, I got it under control, and I used to be the same way, because I know I'm a smart person, and you don't have it under control, and go ahead and tell yourself you have it under control. It's not my life it's getting messed up. So go ahead and keep telling yourself it's under control, and when 5 years down the road, you tell me how that's going for you. Alright? So yeah, I'm glad it got caught when it did, because if I would have kept going down that road, it would have just not been good. Drug addictions, and then it would have just not have been very good at all. So yeah, there's that story. I'm done with all that stuff. I'm back to my good self. I didn't do any videos under the influence of anything. I wasn't even at the time I was doing it, but I wasn't on anything when I was making the videos. That was a good thing. So yeah, done with all that. That part of my life is done. Moving on to being a good person again. Or, well, not necessarily saying it makes you a bad person to do that stuff. I mean, making better choices. That's the better way to say. Back to my normal self. That's what I'll say. Because I did change a little bit while I was doing that kind of stuff. I became an asshole actually to people, and so technically I could say I've become a better person since I quit, which was only 2 days ago. But I only did it for a month, so nothing serious, you know. So I'm back to normal. You don't know how good it feels to come back to normal after all that. And right now I have a bruise on my face and I have a fat lip. You can't see it, but because I got jumped. But yeah. So back to the game. Let's get back to everything. Now that that part of the story, all the story is done. I don't know. I just wanted to throw that out there because I just wanted to let people know it's not good to be doing that kind of stuff, especially when you're underage. I mean, if you're an adult, go the fuck ahead. I don't give a fuck. You can do whatever you want. But if you're underage, I can tell you it's not a good idea. If you want to do it when you're older, that's cool. I'm not, but when you're older, you can do whatever you want, bro. And you can do whatever you want right now. I don't care. It's not affecting my life. I recommend that you don't do it because I care for people, but if you're going to do it and not listen to me, then it's not my problem. I try to help, and that's the thing. I want to try to help people. Just realize, from my experience, I don't want them to experience it themselves. Like, you're not always going to just get jumped just because you do that stuff. I mean, like, it could lead to other problems. You know, you get addicted, and then your mind chemicals aren't right, you know, all that stuff. Yeah. So I think right here I ended up buying the first aid spray. I'm not sure. But let's get back to the game, even though there's like 13, 23 seconds left. Yeah, so you seen all this part. You listen to my story. Thanks for listening to my story. Just shared it because I wanted to give advice. I don't want people to deal with what I had to deal with, or maybe something equivalent to that. But thanks for watching the video. We're at the end, and thanks for listening to the story if you listen, and I will see you guys in part 16.